I'm sure there are many different venues in which you do safety training. Some companies are fortunate to have a training room where the safety person can meet with a group of people. Other places, when I spoke up at a gold mine in Alaska, we used their maintenance bays, and they took all the trucks out that they were working on, and for the 2-3 days I was there, we held the meetings inside, and they had everything out and cleared everything so there was no trip hazards or slippery items, but the meeting was in there. The venues can be quite different, and the situations and the equipment you work with might be different depending on the situation you're in. So always think in terms of if the technology fails you, or if some resource isn't there that you were hoping would be, that you've got backups for that. Maybe you had PowerPoint slides that had an illustration on them that people needed to look at, and all of a sudden you get there and there's no projector, somebody forgot something you needed. If you had those printed out ahead of time, you might not use them if the projector was there, but if there is none, you could hand those out and the people could look at those. And so think in terms of what you would do in any situation if the technology you need doesn't arrive, or if it's not what you need for that situation, what could you do to adapt to still get your safety point across, doing a great job making sure people learn what they need to learn to get home safely. What do you do when technology fails you? When you're speaking in front of other people, you could be doing PowerPoint, you could have a microphone that fails. There's all sorts of things that can go wrong. Maybe you're using your iPad or your iPhone as your notes for your presentation, and then all of a sudden your device fails. Maybe somebody drops it, it breaks. You had your battery charged up. Whatever it could be, have a plan and a backup if your technology fails you. Maybe keep a set of hand-printed notes just on the table in case you need it later on. And what happens if your slides fail? One of the things I suggest to people is, whenever possible, have someone else operating your PowerPoint slides, your presentations. That way, if all of a sudden there's a glitch, you can continue on with your talk, talking about the next point you had or whatever else without the slides. Sure, you'd like them, but in the meantime, the other person can quickly sit on the computer and figure if they can get the slide presentation back up. If they can't, you just keep going. If they can, you haven't been the one that all of a sudden stops the talk, walks over to your computer, says, "Excuse me while I take care of this," and plays around with it till you get it right. That's no way to keep an audience's attention, and it's not professional also. So make sure you have somebody else handling the PowerPoint. Think in terms of things that could fail and what would you do when they did, and you'll have the right backups for everything you do. Don't miss out. Be sure to hit the red button on the lower right and subscribe. That way, every time we release a video, you'll be aware of it.